and Sledge, Hammer and Sledge.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another broadcast of Hammer and Sledge. I'm Carl, and this is Tom, and we'll be giving you some sports news you probably don't know about. And if you did, you read the script. I'm going to hand it off to Tom with the headlines. Tom?
Thanks, Carl. We have stunning news coming out of New York. The Cleveland Indians shortstop Ray Chapman was struck in the head by a pitch from Yankees pitcher Carl Mays. He was then taken to a local hospital to be treated for his wounds. Chapman is 29. Carl?
Staying on the topic of baseball, today the New York Yankees made a remarkable buy. They bought slugger Babe Ruth from the Boston Red Sox. This reporter is making a prediction that this will cause the curse of the great Bambino and cause the Red Sox not to win a World Series until about 2004. Do you agree, Tom?
Yeah, 2004.
There's a new league forming in the United States that's causing a big stir. The Baseball Negro National League. Tom, this more on this forming.
Ever since the MLB disregarded African-American players from joining the major leagues, people have been frustrated and looking for a place to play. Now they have their wish. The Baseball Negro National League is an African-American baseball organization for those African-Americans that have been turned away from their major league dreams. Now, one can hope that they can have their dreams come true and play some good ball. Carl has some analysis and more league-creating news. Carl?
Thanks, Tom. That's some interesting stuff. As Tom said, there is yet another league created today, the National Football League. We here at Hammer and Sledge like to call this league the NFL, spelled N-F-L. The NFL brings together the best of the best football players. The league is charging $100 per team.
That's it?
Yeah. Should we
Like, boys backstage, you maybe could round up a gang? Put a little pigskin around?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure this league will stick around for quite a while. Now let's turn the show over to Tom to see what team he's looking forward to most.
I'm excited about the NFL. I really am. But it's all null and void compared to something in the NFL. This team, the Green Bay Packers. See, I predict this team to be the best. Right? They'll always be the best. They are the best. I predict this team will stick around forever. They'll be there for the entire duration of the NFL's existence. Although no other recognizable teams have been made yet, I'm sure this is going to be the best. No matter what, ever, I promise. Folks will be back with much more excitement and gripping sports news after these words from our local sponsors.
Kenny Rogers here for the Kenny Rogers Self-Defense Kit. You need some Kenny Rogers pepper spray, Kenny Rogers bat, Kenny Rogers cattle prod? Well, this Kenny Rogers kit is for you Kenny Rogers lovers out there. Only $6 Kenny Rogers dollars. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Over the break, we received tragic news. Indian shortstop Ray Chapman has succumbed to his injuries. He's only the second baseball player to die from injuries on the field. Chapman's family has prepared a statement. We thank everyone for their support and prayers through this difficult time. Ray would be floored by the emotional reaction from the nation right now. Once again, thank you. As we try to cope with emotion, we try to persevere with life. Next time, we'll talk about Man of War. Tom?
On a lighter note, folks, today Man of War, the famous racehorse, was studded out. It is expected that with his seed, we will see many champions from the old war bloodline. You may remember Man of War from winning 20 of his 21 race starts. At one point, he won 11 straight times. We're getting word now that Man of War has produced over 200 champions with his seed. Now for some tennis news, I'm going to turn it over to Carl. Carl?
Well, I sure do love my tennis. Today, two-time Wimbledon and seven-time U.S. Open champion Bill Tiden announced that he is a homosexual. This announcement opens up doors for the homosexual community. Coming up after the break, Tom and I will wrap up the show with the Hammer and Sledge Really segment. See you after the break.
Billy Mays here with the Model T. Are you tired of walking everywhere or using a horse and buggy? Your horse dead? Buy the Model T. It's a nice little automobile, runs on gasoline from the ground, gets 3 miles to the gallon. 3 miles, that's about as far as you have to go with a horse before it has to drink. With 3 cents to every gallon of gas, it's going to pay itself off. I promise. Model T. Welcome back, everyone. We here at Hammer and Sledge, as always, are happy to bring you the show. But these days, money is a little tight. So if you want to find it in your hearts to make a donation, there is a donation box up in the front office. If you want to see us drink one on you, what we do with the money. And now, the reason you pay even the minuscule entrance fee, here's our weekly Hammer and Sledge Really segment. Really? Really? Really, Red Sox? Really? You're gonna let Babe Ruth leave that clubhouse? You chain him up, you sedate him, you trick him with jacker venom. Find a way to keep him in Boston. You can't have the best slugger to run the bases out of your grasp. Really? Really?
Really, Man of War? Really? You're gonna sub yourself out to breeders? Really? It's not like you don't enjoy it, but come on, at least take the horses out to a nice dinner. Then maybe consider subbing yourself out to them. Really? Really?
Really, MLB? Really? You're gonna force African Americans to create their own league to fulfill the dreams that you put into their hearts. Really? Really? You better let them in, or many people will feel that they have no respect for your sorry keisters. Really? Really?
Really, Carl Mays? Really? Do you really have to spit on the ball with your tobacco juice? That man had no idea what was hitting him. No pun intended. Really, Carl Mays? Really?
Really to you, America? Really? You're gonna hate on Bill Titan just because he was man enough to come out and be proud of who he is. On that note, I think my partner Carl has something to tell us. Carl?
Nothing.
Well, there you go, folks. Carl's a straight man, and he's proud. Bill Titan is a homosexual man, and he's proud. Now you, America, you tell me what the difference is. Really? Really? Hammer and Sledge will be back to wrap up the show after these short commercial breaks.
So, Tom, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. I got a to-do list from the old ball and chain. Thinking of having me all locked up for the weekend. How about you?
Well, I was thinking about heading out to Madison Square Garden to watch Jack Dempsey take on Gene Tunney for his world heavyweight boxing title.
That's this weekend?
Yeah, right at the square.
Dang it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
There is one thing that you can do.
What is that?
You have $5.99 laying around that you can spend.
Not in my bank account, but I hide some money from the old lady, so I think I could... Yeah, I have that.
You ever heard of pay-per-view?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Just one thing, one click buy. You click on your future TV. Buy. You can watch all the pay-per-view Jack Dempsey fights, $5.99.
$5.99.
$5.99.
$5.99.
Pay-per-view.
Well, I think I'm going to have to do that.
Pay-per-view.
Hammer and Sledge. Welcome back, folks. I'm going to turn it over to my partner Carl to wrap up this edition of Hammer and Sledge.
Hope you guys enjoyed another broadcast of Hammer and Sledge. We try our best, and we're running out of money, so donation box. Until next time, folks, I'm Carl, and this is Tom. Remember to keep your nails straight and drop your hammer hard, and if that doesn't work, use a sledge.